Attack on Titan is without any doubt among the best, most well-written, and highly interesting stories that have ever been written in the history of fiction. Almost every single person watching this anime has been on the edge of his seat for the entirety of every single episode, or even manga chapters for those manga lovers. However, the ending was not short of criticism. Many people loved it, others were neutral, while a significant portion of the fans disliked or straight up hated the ending. No matter how you see it, the sure thing is that no one could predict the ending of Attack on Titan. In this video, we will present 7 alternate Attack on Titan endings. We will start from the happiest alternate endings, and by the end of the video, we will present the endings we believe would be the saddest. Alternate ending number 1. Eren uses the Warhammer Titan abilities. This was actually one of the most popular theories prior of the ending of Attack on Titan. But what do we mean by that? Well, allow us to explain. In this alternate version of the story, Eren basically uses the Warhammer Titan ability to control the founding Titan form that everyone was fighting. Eren could be all the way across the country, or in the very least, miles away from the actual fighting. We saw Lara Tiber using something similar, in which she was hiding underground while remotely controlling the Warhammer Titan. Hence, many people put the pieces together and theorized that the reason Eren went into all that trouble of invading Marley and obtaining the power of the Warhammer Titan was to be able to use this unique ability, meaning that through his future memories that are possible due to the Attack Titan's ability, he saw that this ability of the Warhammer Titan would be needed to end the bloodshed once and for all. Eren would then let the people of Paradise kill the fake him that was supposed to be inside the founding Titan. Hence, the people of Paradise would become heroes, something that would be a great parallel to the ancient Eldian hero Helos that betrayed the Eldians and sided with Marley to end the war. Being completely honest, the pieces were all there. The foreshadowings matched, the parallels would make sense, and given that this was a very popular theory back in the day, I am not sure if Isayama read about this theory somewhere and decided to change the ending. But no matter how it is, let's see how the story would unfold this way. The scouts from Paradise would be the heroes of the war, and all the rest of the nations would be way too weakened to ever strike back at Paradise, as Eren already killed millions of people, meaning that in this way, while Eren is supposed to be dead, in reality, he's not. Eren, along with the people of Paradise, all get to live. Eren would spend the rest of his days in peace, possibly married to Mikasa. This would serve as a happy ending for the story. Before his death, Eren knows there is one last thing he needs to take care of: stop the violent and vicious cycle of transferring the power of the Titans down to a successor. Throughout the years, this meant that children would eat their parents, people would die early due to the curse of Ymir, and conflicts would be very much a reality, as opposing groups would try to get their hands on Titan shifters. As a result, shortly before his death, Eren has Mikasa kill him in a way similar to the original ending, and hence getting rid of the curse of Ymir, as well as anything that has to do with Titan powers. Attack on Titan ends in an emotional and bittersweet way, with Eren and Mikasa saying one last goodbye to each other. Alternate ending number 2. The 3 timeline theory. Alright, so this theory is kinda complicated, so try to pay attention. But I'll say this: if this theory was true, then Isayama would ascend into a level of his own. This ending would be like no other before, and would probably establish Attack on Titan as the greatest piece of fiction ever written. This theory claims that there are 3 timelines that coexist in the Attack on Titan universe. The manga version we got from Isayama is actually the second of the 3 timelines. So what are the other 2 timelines? Let's dive right into it. The 3 timelines are the alternate timeline, the manga timeline, and the anime timeline. Each timeline begins once the previous one ended. The first 2 timelines are exactly the same, up until the point where Eren asks Mikasa, "What am I to you?" The manga timeline is the one where Mikasa says, "Your family," and hence Eren continues with the rumbling. The first timeline, on the other hand, is when Mikasa confesses her true feelings to Eren. That's where we get the following alternate timeline panels, where Eren and Mikasa live together for the remaining 4 years of Eren's life, until he dies due to the curse of Ymir. When Eren dies, the timeline resets, and we go all the way back to episode 1. This is where the 3rd timeline, aka the anime timeline, begins, in which the final ending will be different. I know, this may seem crazy or way too complicated for many people. Some of them might say I'm reaching too much with this theory, and I know as well I may be very well reaching, but hey, let's see what some of the clues are that support this theory. During the alternate timeline, there are multiple things that may possibly point to this direction. In chapter 138, right before Mikasa sees the vision of this alternate timeline, she says, quote, "I want to go home." As soon as she says that, the alternate timeline memory appears. Also, this would explain the constant headaches Mikasa has all the time, as she is subconsciously aware of the 3 timelines that coexist. To make things worse, not only did we not get any explanation in the manga about her headaches, the most curious thing is that right before this alternate timeline memory begins, she has a very strong headache. But you see, there are even more leads backing up this theory. As soon as Mikasa is in the alternate timeline, she says, quote, "I suddenly wasn't sure I belonged here." Another lead we have is that right before Mikasa kills Eren in the manga version, aka the second timeline, she tells him, quote, "See you later, Eren," as if the two of them will meet again in another timeline, aka the third timeline, the one of the anime. Moreover, Eren was seen saying, quote, "I still want to believe that there's still a world we don't know about yet out there." And another hint of the multiple timelines is this panel that mentions that, quote, "Underneath this world full of pain and suffering exists another world which light cannot reach." When Eren grabs Ymir, he tells her, quote, "I'll put an end to this world." Notice that he does not say the world, he says this world, as if another one already exists somewhere else. Alternate ending number 3, the infinite time loop theory. Whenever Eren fails to achieve the best possible result, he sends himself back to Episode 1 via the paths and the Founding Titan abilities. And that's why in Episode 1 he wakes up crying, because just a few seconds ago, he died not having achieved his goals, aka freedom for himself and his people. Also, this would explain why Mikasa tells Eren right after killing him, quote, "See you later, Eren," because Eren failed and the timeline is about to restart once more. Plus, that would also explain why Eren is surprised from Mikasa long hair in Episode 1, because just a few seconds ago, before the timeline restarted, Mikasa had short hair. Again, a complicated theory, but back in the day, this was one of the most popular ones. Alternate ending number 4, Annie has royal blood. Annie was adopted at a very young age, so her origins still remain unknown. Judging from the fact that her hair is blonde, some people claimed that she could be a relative of Historia, possibly a cousin or half-sister. As a result, the one who would put an end to the war would be Annie, who would eat Eren and obtain the Founding Titan. Being an Eldian that was raised within Marley, she will in time manage to bring the two nations together and bring peace to the world. Although I must state that I'm not the biggest fan of this theory, I will say that this theory was also popular a few years ago. Alternate ending number 5, Eren kills every last person on Earth besides the Eldians. The scouts are not successful in stopping Eren, and as a result, he kills everyone besides the Eldians. Once everything is over, he allows the scouts to kill him and rid the world of the curse of Ymir. As a result, the Eldians are left alone to live their lives in peace. But they do so knowing that everyone else in the world had to die so that they could live. They live the rest of their lives in peace, but with heavy guilt. Alternate ending number 6. This is by far the simplest theory we have, but at the time, a devastating one, and the second saddest in our list. In Eren's efforts to destroy Marley, he kills Mikasa and then regrets his actions. He is left heartbroken and in complete shambles. Eren ends the rumbling and allows people to kill him. Alternate ending number 7. This is by far the saddest one and without a doubt would cause a bigger uproar than the ending we got in the manga. In his efforts to kill everyone besides Eldia, Eren accidentally kills the scouts that were trying to stop him. This includes Levi, Mikasa, Armin, Jean, Connie, and pretty much everyone else that Eren truly cares about. After that, Eren becomes enraged and ends up killing every last person on Earth, besides the people that were still within Paradise. Eren is left alone, heartbroken by the outcome. Eren cries and takes his own life. Attack on Titan has the saddest ending it could possibly have. For more Attack on Titan content, check out these videos where we present some interesting facts you may not know about Attack on Titan. Go on, check them out!